Dance Dance Revolution is a music video game series produced by Konami, introduced in Japan in 1998, and released in North America and Europe in 1999. Dance Dance Revolution is the pioneering series of the rhythm and dance genre in video games. Players stand on a dance platform or stage and hit colored arrows laid out in a cross with their feet to musical and visual cues. Players are judged by how well they time their dance to the patterns presented to them and are allowed to choose their music to play to if they receive a passing score. DDR Max was released for the PlayStation 2 in Japan on May 16, 2002 and October 28, 2002 for North America. This is where the Max series of songs got introduced, hence the name. When they made DDR Max, Max 360 was supposed to be the hardest and not passable chart / impossible to FC, full clear. When the devs got word that someone FC'd Max 300, they were all flabbergasted. So they decided to make something more challenging. Insert Max Unlimited, which is way more difficult and less fun. After that, they released DDR Extreme, which has some of the most infamous charts in the series. For example, Bag, with its horrendous charting, Paranoia Survivor / Survivor Max, and The Legend of Max, which is the hardest song in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, it's brutal. In my opinion, even more brutal than Max Unlimited, and Max Unlimited is brutal as well. Which brings us to this video's topic, which is FCing all the Max related songs, which are, as I've mentioned, Max 300, Max Unlimited, and The Legend of Max. Let's get into it. First up is Max 300. On the DDR-X scale, which is the current rating scale for all charts now, it's rated as a 15, which is fairly difficult. Most of the difficulty in this song comes from the excessive amount of fast streams in it. Other than that, it's not that difficult, just a bit intricate. Footage you're seeing now is not my FC of the song, rather a best attempt for this video, because I'm too lazy to re-FC it for this video. Here's a screenshot to show that I did FC it, just not for this video specifically. Next up, Max Unlimited. DDR-X rating has this chart sitting at a 16, which is a slight bit more difficult than Max 300, as we just went over. This chart is largely the same, other than playing with more difficult rhythms than that of Max 300. It also adds holds to the main aspect of gameplay, which can trip players up if they are not careful. Same thing again with the footage. I'm too lazy to try and get a re-FC on this as well, since this is way more difficult than Max 300, and if I'm not going to get an FC again on Max 300, I'm definitely not going to try and get an FC on Max Unlimited again.
I'm not playing that more than 170 plus. Whatever.
Now time for The Legend of Max. The hardest of the three, the least enjoyable, and all in all, just not a good time. This one takes everything that you've learned from the past two and put it all into one chart. Feels like an amalgamation of every Max song. Everything difficult from the other two charts is thrown at you, with other screw you parts that just make you want to bash your head on a wall. At this point in the video, I do have a confession to make. There is a reason why the title is a question. I didn't end up FCing The Legend of Max. This song mentally broke me. There is no comeback story. I can't do it.
I missed the final jump. How do you get early there? I don't even know what happened there, to be honest. I'm getting better at that, but now that I say that, I'm gonna miss it this time. So. Too close. You gotta be kidding. I can't do it. I am giving up. This is fucking ridiculous. It's not possible. This one is just not possible.
I'm sorry to be such a downer at the end of the video, but yeah, no. No. I just had to stop, because if I didn't stop, I think things would have become worse with it in general. So if you're new here, consider subscribing if you somehow found this and thought it was interesting. In the future, I kind of want to just challenge myself, whether that be with like video games or other things as well. So stay tuned. You know the drill by now with content creators telling you to like the video at the end or consider subscribing if you're new. I'm not going to try and drill that into you. If you legitimately enjoyed the content, do it. I'm not forcing you. Seriously. The end card may say it right now, but I'm not forcing you. YouTube is. So, see you later.